joining me, the great Pam Stepnick. Of course, you are here in Saudi Arabia. You're about 10 fights in with your sons at this stage. Are you getting used to it, or do you still get just as nervous each time?
You just gave me the chills, and I'm not getting all the way used to it. I still have all kinds of nerves. I'm not all about the talking and the back and forth. I say, put your money where your mouth is, and let's just get in the ring and prove it. But I do understand the marketing technique, so I just have to go with it. But used to it, no.
How do you find like when you're sitting there at ringside and Jake or Logan is getting into the ring, boxing, WWE, whatever, you must be just terrified the whole time.
I am. My mouth goes completely dry, and I'm screaming and yelling and jumping up and down and telling them what to do.
Of course. So talk to me about Tommy. You know, this fight, like as Jake's mum, I'm sure you've seen moments that he hasn't shown us,
yes,
where he's really upset about this whole Tommy thing, where he's like we see fighters like breaking down about fights getting called off and stuff. Is there like a kind of an anger within your guys' camp towards this guy because of what he's done to Jake over this last couple of years?
I wouldn't say it's anger, honestly. I think it's like rolling our eyes. It's Tommy. We're frustrated, disappointed, but Jake always finds a way to just move on to the next thing, put that to the side, and go for the next fight or the next opponent. He has that capability. So here we are.
I know that Greg was always the parent who was really into the fighting when they were growing up. Have you kind of gotten into boxing a little bit now? No, you kind of have to.
Oh, I have to, but you haven't seen me at a wrestling match. Screaming, yelling, rooting for my kid. If anyone says anything derogatory or was seriously trying to hurt them a couple times, I was Mama Bear. Came out. Boxing. I wouldn't have picked this sport. I wouldn't have picked MMA, but yeah, I kind of got thrown in, and now here we are.
Jake and Logan have done so much crazy stuff in the ring, out of the ring. Have you ever had to put your foot down and say, Jake, Logan, you can't do this?
No, we don't use the word can't in our household.
Yeah, and they've definitely, and the result is that they're two very successful.
Right? Yeah.
You must be a very proud parent, to see both of your sons in their sort of early 20s, mid 20s, and to have the successes they've had in so many different avenues.
Right, and there's good and bad. You take the good with the bad. So it's it's not all about everything is perfect all the time. It certainly isn't, but definitely proud. I think some of my proudest moments are how when there is adversity and they come back from it and make something of it, and that's happened multiple times. And I think Jake really giving back with Boxing Bullies and his promoting company and promoting female boxers. I mean, those are some of my more even proudest moments, really.
So you must have been very proud at Madison Square Garden last April when Amanda had that fight, because it really is a big thing for Jake to do. He could easily just kind of rest on his laurels, keep doing these fights, but he has chosen to support women's boxing in a big way.
Exactly. I mean, he could just be paying attention to himself, but he's never really been like that. He's always been the person who cares about other people. So I am proud.
With him and Logan, you don't like the swearing though, right? All the trash talking, all that stuff?
I don't care about the swearing. You can swear all you want. It's just doing a lot of I'll fight you anytime, anywhere, like Tommy, and then you don't show up and you can't get to America, and and I'm gonna smash your face in, all that stuff. It's just that kind of bothers me. It probably evokes some fear, I would assume, if I really had to examine it, to a mom, a guy would just probably say, no, that's not going to happen, but you never know. It's never over until it's over.
Well, you and Greg and kind of everyone around, Nikisa, everyone like that, if they ever seriously started talking about Jake fighting Logan, that would be when you put the foot down and say no.
That might be when I said, no, you can't. Yes, it's been talked about. People ask me about it. No, I do not want that to happen. It would promote big numbers, but it's not like any of them need the money or whatever, and who knows what would happen.
When they were feuding with each other, was that the hardest time for you as a parent?
Yes, that was horrible. And they were just singing about each other. So I did not like that. My happiest moments are when they're together and being successful together and supporting one another in the endeavors. Yeah.
So Pam, finally, what is the fight night prediction for Sunday? Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury, the truth.
Yes, the truth. The truth is I hate making predictions. because I am, like, it's in God's hands. But I do think it all being equal, and if Jake, everything that he's worked for, and I do believe he's worked harder than Tommy, and I believe he's got like a deeper soul and he wants it more, and I think a lot of that is what is going to prevail. That is my belief. So I do believe that Jake is going to win. I think he will rock Tommy's world. I don't know how the rest looks. I don't know.
Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to hopefully our next interview is post-fight a big win. Yeah! That'll be great.